Alright, hello, what is up guys, Cyberhooding here and welcome to Death Stranding 2. That's right, Hideo Kojima, the legend, the visionary, people's gods. I mean maybe not that far, Jesus. But he is back with Death Stranding 2 and we'll have to see how it's gonna check out. Now when the first game came out, everyone's like, what the hell is this? It's an Amazon delivery fucking game, like what is going on? And they weren't wrong, you know, it really was. But it was in true Kojima form, just really strange and weird. I think there'll be a little way of catching up on the first game, so we'll do that because we played it back then. I remember distinctly that ending being like 3 hours long. It was absolutely insane. This is obviously like spoilers on these trailers because we have like what was it, Lou? He called it Lou, but it was like the little BB unit. This baby in sort of kind of a embryo or in the womb, a fake womb. It was really strange, but he had so many great characters in there. It was Mads Mikkelsen playing a villain, Troy Baker. We even had Guillermo del Toro as a really important character. So we'll have to see how that goes. This honestly looks like actual gameplay, so we'll see. That's not a great trailer at all. Now he tends to edit these trailers himself, which is really cool, but I don't know if that's the actual final trailer. That's literally just gameplay, chilling in the background. Alright. You know how I feel about bad trailers or modern trailers. Like, we're going to give you 30% of the movie and then expect you to pay $25 a ticket to see the rest. It's like, no, I'll just watch movie clips or something. Alright, let's get into this. I'm excited. I played this game very differently to everyone else. A lot of people played the first game as an Amazon delivery driver, and then they were like surprised when there was stealth or whatever. And it was like, jeez. It was kind of that crossover between the simulators. For me, I realized very quickly if you failed the stealth, they would sick these giant monsters on you. And I was like, that's great, that's perfect. And then I realized in the midst of that, we had this amazing little Metal Gear Solid style shooter. So here we go. So the on the beach part might be a little bit weird. Early unlock custom holocaust. Yeah, so I think the first game takes place in most of America, I think, and Mexico. But it's all post-apocalyptic. And then in this one, it takes place, I think, in Australia. But it's hard to tell because like a lot of the seas have dried out and stuff. But that little quacker or whatever it's called, that's a little tiny like kiwi type bird from Australia. So we'll have to see. But yeah, so the on the beach part, you know, the game is batshit insane in true Kojima fashion. And the on the beach part was sort of beach kind of represented death in a way, you know. Not to get too spoilery, we're going to do the Death Stranding recap, but it was like a 3-hour ending. It's kind of crazy. Let's have a look at the recap.
Perhaps you remember me. That's right.
There you go, Dead Man. That's Guillermo del Toro.
The world, as you know, is in awful shape.
I don't think so, Bernie.
Because of the Death Stranding.
Yes, the Death Stranding.
The Death
Annihilation.
Find their way into our midst.
The idea, I think, in the end, what I got from it was that the idea of afterlife and our life has kind of blended together after this disaster. And these people with umbilical cords and that were actually like lost souls. And then at the end we were on a beach, but it was sort of with the moon as well. We had this old lady and a president. A lady, a nice looking lady in a dress as well. It was very strange. Now, this would be a good catch up for me too. It took me a long time. It was one of those games that I was thinking about afterwards for weeks, and a lot of it makes sense. I think it's a great story, just like Metal Gear Solid games. But there's a lot of stuff that is so fantastical that could be told a little bit simpler. But he wants, you know, he is a visionary, as they say. So it's kind of goofy.
That was only the beginning. Strange rain fell from the sky.
So yeah, we'll get into 17 of those.
Everything it touched. A phenomenon we came to know as timefall. Structures would rust and collapse, and people grew old in an instant. The world transformed into something completely unrecognizable.
I tend to be in the camp of show don't tell, but it is what it is.
Those who survived these changes came to fear both timefall and BTs alike.
BTs.
They withdrew into the
yes, these things were like weird ink ghosts with umbilical cords.
People ceased to travel and stopped meeting in person.
But yeah, it became a bit prophetic about the idea of society collapsing and people not really helping or talking to each other. And that was just before COVID, you know, so it was wild. So will he do the same again? We'll have to see. Yeah, so these bridges, the people.
Extinction. Seeing this,
and the game has such a unique system where it works sort of like in the cloud. where whatever you build, be it like a zip line, bridge, road, other players might have a chance to pop up and see those things. You can kind of tank the other players. A lot of people love that stuff. That's that kind of bridge simulator people. You're either a creative mind or you're a doer, you know. I tend to be more of a doer rather than, you know, creating these things.
However, Bridget died.
His name is Sam Bridges.
It was you, Sam, who took up her cause.
Bridget, yeah. So Bridget is the president. But then we found out all this other shit. I think the lady in the red dress was her too.
Also possessed the unique powers of a repatriate. The one and only person
The
who could
repatriates.
save humanity.
And the porters,
Bridges Cupid in hand,
kind of like what they
and
call people
accompanied
who
by the
take,
bridge
you know,
baby Lou,
caretakers.
you embarked on a journey across North America.
There's the bridge baby, Lou. So there's where the BB unit comes into. The bridge baby. I also think it's what I got the symbol for was the fact that people were getting that old disease and then dying, and then the babies, the BB units, it felt like they were both on the closest edge to that spiritual realm. Like the game, it was not till that end, that 3-hour ending, that it just absolutely is like a tsunami wave of information and theories on you. It's like wild. And there was like a picture, there was like a huge moon that was very close. So I'm thinking the beach kind of represents like limbo or something. That's what I got from it, but maybe the game will explain it better.
Of course, you had struggles of your own, often phosmophobia, or the fear of being touched.
Oh.
The despair of having lost everything was just too much. But despite it all, you
But
strived
yeah,
to
Lou,
bring people together.
Sam names the baby Lou, but I don't think it's his actual baby, but he's kind of, is pretty much now like a surrogate.
By
There we go,
extending
see?
the chiral network across the length and breadth
Yeah,
of the
Bridget's
continent,
daughter, okay.
you
But I think it's
enabled
like
the
Bridget
rebirth
too.
of the United States
She became
as
the new
United
president.
Cities of America. You
United
were also
Cities
to
of
rescue
America.
Bridget's daughter, Amelie, who had been taken captive by terrorists. These were the vital missions you were entrusted with, Sam.
I felt like that turned out to be wrong. Or a lie or something. She's almost like a god. Very strange.
We, your friends at Bridges, did everything we could to support
Die
your
Hard
efforts.
Man.
There was our director, Die Hardman,
A lot of them
a
died.
close associate of Bridget, who was dedicated to
They were all
fulfilling
named
her
like that,
wishes.
like Dead Man
His
and
commitment
Smoke
to
Man.
American
He probably will
Reconstructionism
continue that weird.
was
He likes
absolute.
naming things weird.
And for that, he was named the first president of the UCA.
Yeah.
And
There he
of course,
is.
Sam, the incomparable Dead Man.
That's Guillermo
yours
del Toro.
truly.
Legendary
I'd like to
director.
think we became
Good
the
friend
best
of
friends.
Kojima. They were trying to
As
make
you may recall, I
Silent
was
Hills,
born
but
from an artificial
Konami
womb,
fucked all that up.
and over the course of my life was the recipient of numerous organ transplants. I've always got on with the dead. I used to be a coroner. Anyway, I pushed myself physically and
Anyway.
mentally to help you and your BB.
See, I don't know. It was just some pre-order bonus. I don't know if you get at him from the first game, but you never know.
Mama and Lochna were twin sisters.
There's little Mama.
As you may
She was
remember,
played by
skilled scientists who developed the
Margaret.
qubit,
What's her name?
which was essential for
Margaret
chiral
something.
network
And
extension.
it's that girl who's like
Personal
everywhere
tragedy
now. She was
caused
in
the
like
two of them
Substance
to
and
grow
stuff.
apart. But
I
they've
think
since
she turned out to
reconciled,
be.
with both their souls residing in the same
I
body.
find it now. She changed her name, but in reality, she's actually a big actor's daughter. They hide this stuff, you know. They hide this stuff because of fear. There we go. Margaret Qualley. I think she's the daughter of Andy McDowell, which is insane if you know her. She's a great. And listen, maybe I'm thinking of another. Yeah, you can kind of see it once you see it. Maybe I'm thinking of another girl. Who's the daughter of fucking? There's a daughter of J.J. Abrams. That's Gracie Abrams. She's kind of using her stuff there. There's another daughter of
Hartman. Every 21
an
minutes, his
actor.
soul departs his physical form.
Hartman. I don't
And
remember
for
him
3
too much. I
minutes,
won't lie.
His body is clinically dead. During this temporary death, his soul is sent to the beach. That's why he knows.
Yeah,
more
see, look,
about
clinically dead. Your
death
soul
friendly
sent to the
than
beach. You see,
anyone else.
on the beach.
His knowledge proved indispensable
Sam was kind
in
of dead
the
at the end, but I don't think he can
execution of
die.
Sam.
It's so weird. That's why he's kind of a porter as well. Think of it as almost like a type of a Grim Reaper, or what was it? Sharon, was that his name? The guy who used to sail people across. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Dennis Quaid. Doesn't Dennis Quaid have like a daughter who's coming up or something? I swear to God. Is that who it is I'm thinking of? Maybe it's Randy Quaid. I don't know. Oh yeah, maybe I'm thinking of Jack Quaid. I don't know. I thought he had a daughter that was coming up in the movie business, and you're like, yeah. Anyway, it's besides the point. But still, you're kind of like, keep an eye on your nepotism. And then Fragile, yeah, of course. This is another actress who's doing pretty well at the time. Then her career exploded. You might know her, obviously, from the James Bond movies. Played by I think she's a French actress, like, is it Léa Seydoux?
To no surprise,
Fragile is an amazing character in this. So she can actually fast travel, or basically teleport, and she uses this very unusual umbrella. But every time she does this kind of fast travel and stuff, that's how you use her in the game. But every time she teleports, it damages her greatly. But she's Sam's love interest, and obviously expertly played by Léa. Just did a great job there, and some of the best motion capture. It was just the tiny little movements in the eyes and the quivers of the lips, and that really cool character. I don't know. I never really got into that side of it, but I don't know if you don't fast travel too much, it might like affect her health or something. I can't remember about that one. You know, this game, for the most people, they remember the Amazon delivery stuff, the weird naked showers, and the monster energy drink fucking stuff. But for me, I'll always remember the weird. I'll remember Fragile. I remember the weird umbilical ghost things. They would have handprints on the ground. I think they've moved away from that too. But we'll see. She was awesome, absolutely awesome. So I hope she comes back. Hell bent on getting revenge. Yeah, a change of heart. So there's a nod to Higgs, a former comrade. So that was played by Troy Baker. He's kind of a twisted, kind of a Joker style character. You fight him over the course of the game. There's also another one who's played by Mads Mikkelsen, and I think we got rid of him. That was interesting. We basically got teleported to a kind of a World War II, World War III scenario. But Higgs, on the other hand, is sort of Sam's counterpart, you know, the evil to his good. And he can't seem to die either. So the guy, it's kind of spoilery, but the guy we've seen from the trailers of this, like the crazy mask and the electric guitar shooting out bolts of lightning, that's Higgs again, I think, unless there's something else going on.
We would stop at nothing to see you succeed.
Yeah, I'm trying to fill you in and fill myself in.
Crossing the continent was something you had to do.
It's a fucking weird ass game.
With only Lou for
my advice is, unless you're really into simulator stuff, don't even play it like the delivery stuff. I'm going to do as little of that as possible. I know it sounds shitty, but I'm here to shoot some shit and get a good story. I never, like the balancing stuff, the building stuff, it's not for me. It's the same as farming in RPGs, I'm sorry. But the cool thing is that stuff is there for you.
Your greatest enemy
there if you like it. It doesn't have to be for everybody.
Humanity deserved to go extinct.
Yeah, he was psycho.
And tried to torment you and countless others. But neither
I think there was even a nod, maybe it was my own theory, but the BB unit, the Lou in this case, also acted as a bridge between life and death. And as long as the child, at one point I had a theory that baby Lou was actually like a reincarnated Sam, you know, which sounds, you know, well, he's still alive, but it's almost like a tether. So if they are alive, then you stay alive. So that's just one of my theories. I don't know. Any of this stuff none of it got really proved. We'll have to see in the second game, right? Honestly, I didn't even think it would get a second game because first game is so unique and different, and I don't know how you move on from that. But yeah, so this was basically the end of the game. You've got the seas themselves are on fire. You've got all wildlife destroyed. You've got all these beached whales. That was like the moon or the planet itself.
A secret that Amelie had kept hidden from us all this time.
There we go.
And a terrible truth you had to face. But you accepted this final revelation,
This is the on the beach part.
And did what had to be done.
And the ending was like an hour. It had you like walking on the beach, and the credits were rolling, and then you didn't realize, but you had to keep going, or else you wouldn't get the final cutscene. It was messed up. I'll never forget that night because it was like 2 in the morning, and I knew what I was in for. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get to play the director's cut. Did that change anything in the story? I don't know. I felt like that was just a Game of the Year edition. Maybe it changed things. But yeah, the bridge to the future was built, and now, like, you know, in that first game, it was all about building a bridge to each other. The second game, its tagline and kind of what it says about itself is like, should we have reconnected? You know, it was about reconnecting, and now it's like, so I'm also very much like what's going on right now. Like after COVID, everything, like people have degenerated mentally in the world as we speak and live, you know. We've actually degenerated, we've gone worse, really worse. And then you ask yourself, yeah, should we have reconnected? You know, we'll have to see.
America rose from the ashes as the UCA.
You know that, like they're giving you a reminder, a recap, but they're not telling you what happened in the end. That's so silly. So now they've proven none of my theories.
You removed the child from the pod that was their prison,
yes,
and began a new life together. And so it was that the two of you vanished without so much as a trace.
Then they talked about that Mama character. As you can imagine, with a name like that, it's sort of connected to the BB units, but she was basically playing twins. I'm really sure they died in the end. As you can see, they barely fucking tell you these things. That's a horrible recap. I'm sorry, but 17 screens, and you're gonna get the legendary Guillermo del Toro, and you tell us nothing. We have no idea. I guess we'll just have to find out in 2. There you go. Now little BB. Now, I can't lie here. The biggest new character in the game is clearly Elle Fanning, right? And there's a very, very good chance. I'm not going to spoil anything. I don't know. I'm the same as you. I'm just seeing it now. I didn't watch any other streams. I don't care about that stuff. I think that baby is probably Elle Fanning. I don't know. That sounds crazy. But we'll see. Let's have a look at the options. I mean, it's the blonde hair. It's the face, you know. Login at launch, shared content, a lot of this stuff I will not bother. I know it kind of, you're cutting basically 30% of the game off if you're not going to interface with that stuff, but nice. Motion sensor for soothing loo, no, left stick, okay, it's better. Controls for readying weapons, controls for sprinting, yeah. Alright, Jesus Christ, language, subtitles, yeah. Screen brightness, prioritize performance, yeah. I heard that it doesn't have much going for it on the PS5 Pro yet again, but this game is one of the most beautiful looking games, and it does not use ray tracing or anything. It's just the Decima engine is amazing, and kinda unfortunately is once again another game that proves that the PS5 Pro is a complete and utter waste of fucking time. I'm sorry if you bought it, and I'm sorry if you have to sit here and try and defend it, but it's a complete waste of time. It's all good. Shared structure audio, controller dialogue audio. Choose whether or not to play voice. No. Controller sound effects. No. Sound output. No. I want shared structure audio. Sounds from shared structures. Maybe people can record a message. That won't go wrong, right? Anyway, to each their own. I understand. But geez, I find a hard time to reason to turn on my PS5 alone, let alone a PS5 Pro. Here we go. This is one of the reasons. Let us begin. The legendary. Oh, what's this now? It said that the person's birthday will indicate their path. I've seen this. People, there's like a special cutscene. So, but you know, by the time you find it, you won't. So I'll just put my normal birthday in there. Confirm. Nice. This will be on everything else before the year is over. Don't worry. Its dooms can inflict almost anyone. These born under constellation with a greater connection to the beach, including Cancer, Pisces, Cetus. What is Cetus? And Delphinus. I don't know what those are. Are those the new star signs? Developing the condition. Jesus. Believe that such individuals are fated to walk a life path fraught with disquiet and turmoil. That's horrible. Gameplay recording resumed. Are they still doing this shit? Oh, look at this. Oh. Will we ever get the game? That thing's called like what's called Ludin or something. Basically the mascot for Kojima Productions. Cool Space Knight. But will we ever actually get the game that involves that guy? Who knows? They're already working on OD, which is a horror game for Xbox, and Fizzant. Obviously, probably whatever they do with this. Once there was an explosion. Oh, we're back on the beach. A bang that echoed around the world, a phenomenon known as the Death Stranding. VT's lost spirits of the dead found their way into our midst. They came into contact with the living. The result was an instant annihilation, a complete void out. Since most neither see nor sense BTs, people lived in fear of them, withdrawing from the outside world. Like COVID. Yeah, I told you, see, there are kind of links between the word lost souls. Cities became isolated, humanity crept towards extinction. I thought we were just killing each other. Unite what was left. A porter named Sam forged the bond with a BB, a bridge baby called Lou. Possesses a special connection to the other side. Wink, wink. Together, they journeyed west across the continent, reconnecting the people through the chiral network. Like an umbilical cord. And on the day that United Cities of America celebrated the nation's rebirth, Sam and Lou vanished without a trace. Though the UCA officials attempted to track them down, the pair's whereabouts remain unknown. Until now. So look, oh my god, look at all the dead. They're basically like lost souls. Creepy. And that like umbilical cord is from 11 months later. It's from like the dead side, you know. Pretty cool. I'm trying. That was a horrible recap. I'm trying to exactly remember what happened at the very end, because that she basically lied to a lot of us. Oh, here we go.
Across rivers,
fragile
mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless.
So people are trying to figure out, is this live action or not? You guys let me know. The Decima engine is capable of incredible things.
My sole connection to the outside world, and I know they'll be back.
Every game that Kojima does, he'll have multiple women in it, but he will pick one peculiar, one special lady, and almost fall in love with them. Whether it's Quiet or Fragile or Eva. Cool. So this oh yeah, these are these weird parasite bug things. This soundtrack has been in collaboration. You might know that voice, Woodkin. You might have known him from a lot of the Assassin's Creed trailers back in the day. French dude, really good. And yeah, he's helped compile a good chunk of this. Special appearance by George Miller, legendary Mad Max. Special appearance from Fate the King. I mean, he's got special appearance from like 60,000 people. Guillermo del Toro, nice. At least we're not getting like produced by Kojima, written by Kojima. Oh, Margaret Qualley is back. Okay, good. Couldn't remember if Mama actually had passed. I think there's might be spoilers, but I think her sister did pass. Lindsay Wagner. But yeah, once people die, it's like the people from the other side kind of try and rip out of their bodies. It's really nasty. This oily stuff. Nice, there's those little porters there as well. I didn't actually mind the traveling. I despised the balancing act that you need to, especially at the time where they were once again trying to push for 6-axis shit. So you can see now it's gameplay. I'm sorry, but that was not gameplay. That was live action, 30 frames, and it just jumped into 60 frames. Sorry, but you just told on yourself there. Nice. A lot of cameras don't tend to record in 30 frames. Or in 60 frames even. There's the boy himself. Norman Reedus. This man has gone from strength to strength. Jesus. Oh, and little baby Lou. So yeah, he took him out of the unit, which is usually a death sentence. But you can clearly tell it's not. And Lou is growing up now. So cute. He purposely chose a gender-neutral name. I know you might be like, how is Lou a gender-neutral name, you gobshite? Of course it is. It takes you 2 seconds to realize it's gender-neutral. It's just not your stereotypical gender-neutral name. Or name. Basically, like, Lou can stand for Louis. Or Louise. Or Louisa.
Okay. Time to head home.
I actually think it's a girl. I think it's probably Elle Fanning. And we're getting some time stuff. Alright, indicates Sam is bloodlet. Look at this. Look at this engine. Jesus. I don't know if the games and stream is doing it justice. Hope it's 60 goodness. So we got stamina for everybody. Look at this little dude. It's so cute. Oh. Or is it a girl? We'll see. Hold to view destination. Alright. Turn home. Nice. Yeah, the upside down. What's this? Sitting along the bridge. Now I want to know what this is. It's like a cairn or something, is it? But it's not too loud, is it? Probably is a bit. I didn't really turn it down much, did I? Nice. Everybody moaning probably about the audio getting, you know, copyrighted or something. It's like, Jesus Christ. Can't win with these people. Shared content, avatar image, first time only, enemy encounter animation. Choose often a warning should be played when you encounter enemies. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're using the other thing, are we? The old drone he used to have was kind of cool. Alright. I swear I turn things up and down and it makes no difference whatsoever. Alright, so how are we going to proceed along this ridge? How are we going to get down there? Let's see. I still think that's something important. Let's see. We're just going to have to fall down. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm nearly sure, unless something radically changes, maybe we're not starting in Australia, or maybe it is. We'll have to see. But the idea is, it's not really, you know, US, Australia, any of that kind of stuff anymore. It's clear that we've kind of destroyed so many portions of the world that none of that really matters anymore. Probably most of the seas are dried. We're just walking across it. Nice. Terrain scanner. Oh, there we go. It's back. Okay, cool. I was wondering if the little drone was going to be back. Aerial camera, huh? Reset camera. Alright, let's go. So interesting, he's gone off the bridge. Gone off the bridge. That's clever. Gone off the grid. There he goes. There it is. Writer Kojima. How many times will he put his name up there? Okay, we're gonna get a little ladder. Carry it left hand. Using ladders. I ain't using shit. You can't tell me. Let's see.
Head home before it gets dark.
Alright. It's not gonna let us use this stuff, is it? Okay, weapons, tools, yeah. Ladder. Okay, look how fancy all this stuff is. Strand. It's a Strand style game. No weapons. Okay, pretty brave one. Yeah, they called it the first Strand style game. Whatever the hell that meant. And still don't really what that means. But, Jesus. Ew. What the fuck are those, robot?
Did not like the look of that.
No, like robot spiders? Oh, no. 2 minutes into the game, I get spiders? Gross. Yeah, for the most part, those creatures, those BTs from beyond, are mainly just kind of like an entity that just kill on sight, you know? There's no way of communicating with them. I'm thinking they're going to start getting a little bit smarter. Imagine having the power from beyond the grave. Potential gatequake detected. What is that? Gatequake. Never heard of that.
I feel that.
Jeez. Yeah, this is using the Decima engine. And it might sound familiar or not, but it's the Horizon Zero Dawn engine. And a good few of Sony devs and Sony partners get to use that and license that out. Well, I won't lie to you. I think these games look better than Horizon. Horizon does look great too, but it kind of comes down to what you do with the engine and what you do in the game. Check on Lou. Is it left stick? It said how hold L1 to check on Lou. I did. Oh, look at him. How do I do it? I don't think it's working, is it? I don't think it's working. It showed up for a split second. As I say, I'm about to check on Lou. Move, sprint, perform action, hold breath, yeah. L1 compass mode, I tried that. The old check on Lou used to be, I think it was cargo. It was like the touch screen. I don't have the touch screen, so I might be screwed. Is he okay? Didn't I just... I'm going to go into the options. Didn't I switch it around where... Just press left stick. Yeah, controls for soothing Lou. Choose the controls. Left stick. Does that mean like push in left stick? I'm trying. To do anything? Anyone know? I have to figure that out. Maybe it just means that. Is it that little symbol that shows up? But then how do you soothe him then? I'll have to figure it out later. Alright. Let's see, we going the right place? Ladders all around. Is that where we're heading? So he has a home out here or something? Someone has come this way before. Honestly, games like these and Souls games and all that, I'm that guy. I'm like completely antisocial. I turn all that shit off. People have like a habit. They won't even talk to people outside. They won't even go outside and say hello to people. But they're like, oh, I'm so social online. It's like, holy shit. Okay, where are we going? Compass. I don't see it anymore, do you? What direction? Have I gone past it? But yeah, this engine is definitely up there for sure. One of the best looking. Outside of like Rockstar's. Nice. Yeah, I chose performance. I'd heard on PS5 Pro they haven't done anything too exciting with it, so performance and quality are completely pretty much the same, you know? There's no real difference. It's up to yourself. And that's like coming from the boys themselves, the Digital Foundry. They should know. Alright. Gotta be getting closer. There it is, I need to hold it down, okay. Let's go, come on. We'll figure out the baby stuff later. Mainly, the baby stuff was to build a bond with Lou, but also to stop him from setting off the monsters. But once I realized I could get into an amazing fight with the monsters, and I hate stealth in general, that's why I said I do not play this game the same way as everyone else's, or the first game. And so be prepared for that. I'm more about let's get stuck in and let's start some fights. I was fighting giant whale monsters. I was fighting an ink tiger. I was fighting so many cool BTs. When I figured that out, it was game over for me. I finally fell in love with the game. If I had spent 100 hours of the first game as an Amazon delivery person, I would have blew my own brains out. That's the fucking truth of it. Jesus Christ, I don't know how people do that in general. Alright, let's go. This music's sick. Let's get to home base. I'm gonna fly through the first few hours if we can. Oh god, rain, but it's not that type of rain. You can already see these kind of umbilical cords coming down. Basically the concept, and then an upside down rainbow used to signify like end of the world stuff too. Resist your strong wind. But yeah, the idea of this game is it's not just an apocalypse. It's so much has happened that the realm between the afterlife and this world is completely bled through. And we've met some very, very angry creatures and people that don't want to die. And of course, we're trying to sort of connect the dots, sew the world back together, you know? It's easier said than done. Oh shit. Nice. It already feels a lot, as I bump into this rock, feels a lot better to balance and stuff. They were so just stuck on wanting to use motion sensor bullshit in the first game that it honestly it became it was like a comedy. It was like a comedy. It became one of those balancing gravity games that we played. Oh Jesus, sorry little buddy. Oh god, how is he sliding down on top of poor Luke? Yeah, we'll see if that happens again. It's sort of an unintentional comedy. But you know, if you watch the average person play this like they want you to, they're out there building roads piece by piece. They've got like a 7-foot long fucking thing. They have cars and stuff. I think when they did the director's cut and all that, and when it came to other consoles, they were like, this is not going to resonate with people. So they realized that, and they ended up making things a lot easier and giving people, I think they gave people a bike straight off the bat. It's probably really loud. What's Corpus? Review story developments terminology. Nice, that's a good idea. Okay, I still can't get me audio right. I'm sorry. For some reason I've only got master volume controls, which is foolish because you know me, like I'm turn down the music a little bit, turn down the sound effects way the fuck down, and then turn down leave the audio of the speech the same way. But that's weird. It's not like them to do that. Hope I'm not fucking anything up either. Let's see, camera controls. That's weird. That's very poor audio options. It's not affecting anything. That rain is as loud as ever. It's so annoying. You actually, this day and age, audio mixing is so bad in games that you have to change things 30% to notice any difference. They make you feel like you're going deaf. Like I'm not. I think... Sounds... Whoa. What the fuck happened there, dude? It's like watching comedy. You're falling over. Yeah, I do think Kojima is a genius in what he does, but I'm not gonna kiss his ass either. Same with like Miyazaki from Software. That kind of rockstar idolization always leads to stupidity. I love his Metal Gear Solid games. They're some of the best games ever made, but... Oh shit. Yeah, they have an emphasis on this flooding stuff. Pretty cool. Using ladders. You're a ladder. Alright. Let's see. Call me a ladder. Alright, let's see. Can we use a ladder here? Aim that ladder. Deploy. You've successfully deployed a ladder. People can use that. Ladder secured. You can no longer move. Yeah, you used to basically cradle and rock the BP unit inside of its little embryonic sac. Minus 61 Woodkin, yeah. I'd say that probably. Like, probably will get copyright, but it doesn't matter. You have to just believe and get on with that, you know. The soundtrack for the first game was unbelievable. They used like low music. They used loads of great stuff. Jesus. Crypto bike. Alright, looks like he's living in a hollow. Man in cave. Good stuff. Let's get home, Lou, before you catch pneumonia. I'd say we'll learn very little over the course of the game. It'll be a fantastic banger of a game. We're going to learn very little. Oh shit, here we go again. Oh crap. They are back. The monsters. Oh my god, he's not even moving. Dude, get out of there. Jesus. Oh. Damn, he's just going to step up to it. Damn, Sam is a badass. Cool. Oh, even Lou's like, piss off. Get out of here. They're not afraid anymore. Ooh. Look at this. Look. What? This usually drags you down to your death. What? What is going on? Maybe he has like a connection with them now. Oh no, it was a fucking hologram. You cheeky bugger. Was the rain a hologram as well? I just stopped. Interesting. So I had some. That's basically his little holographic guard dogs. People would stay away from the ghosts, the BTs. But still, we did kick their butts though. Nice. Oh, and up they go back up there. Okay, okay. Well, it's a hell of a... It's not exactly a ring doorbell, but it'll do. Interesting. Yeah, those things would grab you and suck you down into that oil. The raindrops are falling. Alright, this was actually literally from the trailer. That's why I didn't want to play that trailer. Man, what the fuck? What is wrong with trailers being actual start of the game? Or demos being actual start of the game? Pick one, bitch. I saw this part. I knew it. I knew by the look at the trailer. I'm like, why is this actual fluid gameplay?
Not bad, little porter.
Aw, Little Porter. Aw. Music by Woodkid, see? He was in collaboration with Kojima, but he's like, I got my name on this enough. Music by Ludwig Varsa. That's probably the composer that does the score. Scores are kind of background music and so very important ambient music. Oh, look at little. You tell me that's not a baby Elle Fanning? Get the fuck out of here. Crazy, he even got the little weird baby veins that babies have when their skin is so new, you see. It's crazy. Have you ever seen the soft spot on a baby? It's in their skull and you can see it like beating, like bump bump. Oh, is that fragile? Whoa, there's the whales back. I hope it's fragile. Yeah, it is. There's the umbrella, the cool ass umbrella, which would be useless for rain, but it's not for rain, it's for other stuff. Sort of like a radar. So she's doing good. Okay, I'm glad. She was a bit rough at the end. What a weird ass bike. You know, cycle bike. Oh, look at them. They're playing Happy Family. You know something's gonna go wrong. There you go, Lou. Dude, I'm just gonna keep hammering home the Elle Fanning stuff, even though I'm gonna be so wrong. Bam, bam. It's probably just telling them fragile is there. Chill out. I'm gonna wake the baby. Fragile. Oh, come on, like, who else would get in here? It's all good. Turn off the alarm. Norman Reedish. What? What? He knows it's her. Oh, dang. One of the funniest thing about this was the grenades and a lot of your tools, your range stuff, was made by wastewater, piss and poo. You were literally throwing human offal and feces at enemies. It was because it was like, nice, of course, the frying pan. Most powerful of all weapons. Come on, Fragile. How do you not know? Oh, she still has that weirdo scarf thing. They hear you when you breathe. What? He doesn't recognize her?
Fragile?
Were you cooking?
Why didn't he recognize her? Norma need glasses?
What are you doing here?
I could tell from the outline. Fragile.
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me. That's probably the song that's getting DMCA. That's okay. Just a couple of raindrops. That's so weird. How did she know to get in? Has that baby got a tattoo? The fuck? Why has he got a little heart tattoo?
Wow. Lou's growing up fast.
She was secretly the best character in the
You
first
two
game.
look good,
Hear me out.
like a happy family.
Yo.
Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God.
I have a 3D printer
How'd
that's
you track
making,
us down?
instead of using
My
like
neighbor
plastic
got
and
hooked up
filament,
to the
it's
Carol
using
network.
human.
Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this.
Mmm.
You can use Carol printers now too.
Thank you.
This time we thought about moving.
Make some
Further
diapers.
south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
Yeah, she usually teleports. Maybe
My
she can't
jumping
anymore.
days are behind me.
Oh, no more jumping.
Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome.
Yeah.
They call it jump shock.
Okay, well, I thought you were going to die. Said she can only do it a couple of
You
times.
care for a drink?
I thought she just walked in here. Did she
Thank
have
you, but no.
a tracker on him or
I
something?
should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean,
No monster in there, no?
Maybe you want to catch up.
Dude would get like a
I
500
have a job
milliliter
for you.
can of
Take it,
Monster and down it
and
in
let
one go.
mess over how you
And
live
no
wages will
burps
be wiped
afterwards.
From the record. You won't have to
I'd
live
break the
behind
sound
any
barrier with burps after doing that.
What about Lou?
At the time, Kojima kind of was grabbing sponsorships of that because
That's
there was
a
a
little more
new,
complicated.
you know, a new game, weird
We're talking
game,
about a
new
Bridges
studio,
asset.
sort of unproven, on his back alone. Now he's like making
I'll have to
movies and
work it
stuff,
out.
you know. You said Leah or Leia? No, it's French.
Sam,
Could mean
you
anything.
brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA.
How is he going to get from America to Australia? What is that? Isn't it weird that, like, instead of just like a mask to cover their breath, they go for actual hands? Look at
I'm
that,
afraid
yeah.
Death Stranding is far from over.
The Knot Cities.
Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction.
Of course.
Don't act like you don't see it.
One man. Oh, it's got a little, the crypto bite.
A lot of
Sorry,
things changed
oh.
after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA.
It can't be up to one man to
Bridges
save the
no
world.
longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up.
Oh no, that means someone's going to take over. Power vacuum.
So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore.
Oh, it's going to be Amelia, isn't it?
In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized
Automated
the whole
porter's
process.
sister.
It utilizes
A
the Carol
Pass.
network to manage.
Oh my god, they're little metal gears. Holy shit.
Within network
They look like those
coverage,
little
There's
geckos.
no need to rely on human porters anymore.
Come on, that's a nod to Metal Gear for sure.
And no need for Fragile Express, of course.
Fragile Express.
So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA.
There we go. Fragile. What's it called now?
We decided to call
Drawbridge.
ourselves
That's pretty clever.
Drawbridge. And
Two
we still
things
require
meeting in the middle.
services of human porters that can work outside the network.
Nice.
Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs.
Is that what it is?
Sam, I'm asking you...
Why
to
is
go
it
to
raining
Mexico
inside?
to extend the Chiral network to
I
the
just noticed
south. Just like you did when you went out west.
I think she's someone, does it?
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you.
Who's the new president?
So, what do you say?
Why me? Are there BTs out there? What's the state of the environment? I want to know about the BTs, but I ain't no bitch. Conversation choices.
Chiralium contamination is severe.
Ooh.
Some areas have it worse than anything you
Telling me.
experienced back in the UCA.
Christ.
Timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine,
It's so hard to explain this game to anybody. That's why the average user still thinks it's just Amazon delivery.
Objects and structures degrade rapidly.
Yeah, so in Timefall, it's basically like the opposite of time loop. It's like 150 years at once.
The appearance of BTs there too. So you should do
that was the
everything
first
you can
crash
to
at the
stay
very
out of it
start
as
of
much
Death
as
Stranding 1.
There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant.
Looks like they brought some of that
earthquakes
back.
happen daily.
I'll do it. Because there's a hold breath button.
Mexico has no shortage of beached things.
Okay. In
Spirits
Mexico?
of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else.
I love how everyone just...
Any
This is like the
corpse that hasn't
secrets.
been properly disposed of will become a BT.
These are meant to be secrets.
And
Now
any
everybody
living
knows.
human that comes into
It's meant to
contact
be
with a BT
just between
will get dragged into the depths of the
Amala...
tar.
What was her name? Amelie?
Giant
Yeah, look at
BTs
these
can
things.
And will emerge from the tar as well.
Also, it's... Okay, they finally say it's tar. Good.
And if they succeed
That was called
in
oil,
consuming a living
ink.
human being, they'll trigger a void out,
A void
destroying
out.
everything nearby in a massive explosion.
Yeah, and that actually happens too.
Several
Craters
Mexican cities
happen.
were wiped off the map this way.
Jeez. With a
The
giant
survivors
handprint.
have since become divided and
Christ.
isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified
And I'm the
to
one to
venture
fight
outside.
those BTs. Now, some of them are just completely out of the realm of killing, but yeah, there was the squid one, there was a big whale, there was a giant tiger one, I'll never forget that one. I was throwing all of my poop grenades at them. You're not really supposed to fight them. I don't give a fuck. Try and stop me. This one's supposed to be a little more higher in the combat, so that I saw in one of the reviews. It's enough for me.
So
Is the rain going to stop? I like that it was on our screen too. It was a bit ridiculous. There you go. Yeah, we'll do. We don't have a choice. This man's been living off Mondello
What about Lou, though?
and yeah.
It's not like I can take my kid with me.
Oh, my kid. Oh, cute.
If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
Nah.
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use.
Wow, an app. Wow, what a great app for childcare. Definitely not doomed like our own fucking kids.
It'll be
iPad
fine.
babies.
The lab is only a few days away.
Yeah, this must be the starter mission. I could have sworn I heard that it takes place in Australia. There'll be a lot going on. A couple of Mexico missions.
Link up the region as you head south.
This game is probably as big as the last one. You know, you're looking at
We'll be waiting.
40, 50 hours. We'll be waiting. Let's do it. I'll try and fly through some of the early stuff. The more than, you know, no doubt that they'll have us doing delivery type stuff. Start. Oh, little Lou. It's all for Lou. Imagine growing up in that generation. Shit, if we didn't turn a corner quick with COVID, it's still around now. We'd end up like something like that. Episode 1. Samuel Porterman. Don't ask me why everyone ends with the word man. Don't ask me. But you know, this is coming from your boy Kojima, who named some of the craziest fucking characters and villains. Alright, let's get to it. Now, the end of the first game, he had a jeep, he had a bike, he had even the little robot
Slide
thing.
it on your thumb.
Like a ring?
Cool. Communicated. Put it underneath the glove, you fucking tad. How are you gonna
Try
carry stuff?
sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like.
Thumbs up. You're giving me a like? Oh, who says that? Who does that? God, I hate when modern
Access your ring
fucking
terminal to view
celebrities
the map.
bring up stupid
From here you
sayings.
can check order details as
Alright.
well as the cargo for delivery.
Ring terminal.
Now
Now the fact that it
let's
says
review the
Mexico
mission
on
that
it
you'll be
already
undertaking
kind of
on
tells you
behalf
that
of
we're going somewhere
Drawbridge.
else. You don't
Your
need to name the place
destination
you're
is a
in.
research lab
unless
in
you're going
southern
somewhere else.
Mexico. When you arrive, you
Sam
need to use the
Shelter.
Cupid to connect it to the chiral network.
Like I
Chiral
was just chilling for 11 months. She's like,
utilizes the
okay, I'll go
beach,
talk to him.
where time barely passes.
Utilizes
Using
the
the
beach.
Cupid in conjunction with
Cupid.
the delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close
Alright.
enough to get the lab.
And we're going from Amazon delivery
First
to
stop is C1. Ciudad
Wi-Fi
Nueva del
delivery.
Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network.
Okay.
Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico.
So it's BTs
With
everywhere.
every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1
Get a
in
void out.
particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation.
Okay.
Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu?
God bless Lee. You get to talk all this kind of
You
stuff?
can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, select cargo.
She's done more
management.
talking in this first like 20 minutes than she did in the fucking entirety of No Time to Die. Good God. It's true. Check out the SSS. Okay. Sam stats level 1. Oh, cool. Don't remember that. Maybe I do. Yeah, some of the guns are great. I hope they've improved the gun feels a little bit better. It's so important to get like both vibration, the noise, and the impact feel of guns. We were kind of 3D printing bullets and 3D printing guns, and kind of felt like you were shooting off a stapler at times, you know. But as long as it got the job done, right? Okay, so do we just click on that and say let's go? Yeah, center on Sam, switch map, zoom. Pretty cool. Yeah, like you gotta understand, before Death Stranding, the last game we worked on was Metal Gear Solid 5, which in itself is hugely like experimental, strange, like half open world Metal Gear Solid. At the time, pretty much after Metal Gear Solid 2, Kojima was pretty much done with the series. He did not feel the need. He wanted to move on. A lot of visionaries hate to work on sequels and generally just work on, you know, game after game after game. But I think a lot of that was coming from Konami's horrendous fucking need to be push, you know. You can't blame him. Okay. Do I have to like click on it, or how do I get out of this menu? Open up the door. Place. Am I not doing the right thing? Right? Deliver. Yeah, main objective, yes. Main menu. System orders. Select. Turn to map. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Order. Confirm. Yeah, view cargo for delivery. Not acquired. We have to get that from her, I assume. Okay, good. Progress.
To review the cargo currently in your possession, select cargo management.
How'd you get in
This
there?
is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure to get it to its destination. It's an excellent idea to place the most important cargo in your backpack.
Jeez. Now, normally when you do a secret and stuff, there's a little bit of amnesia, so you have to teach them again, you know? But
We've
fucking...
given you some additional equipment.
Yeah.
It can be carried in pouches or in special hooks.
Yeah, I remember
Just
this.
like cargo.
It's like
All
left
these
and right
weapons
hand.
can be used to
You access your
incapacitate
guns.
humans without killing them. So there is no need to worry about causing a void out.
But it's not
Be
the
sure to
humans
weigh your
dying that
various
causes the void out,
options
it's the
as you load up.
BTs. Weigh up your options. What's cool here is my head is blocking it, but they have an amazing neon look of how you actually see where stuff is placed. And the first game desperately needed that. That's why people would have this fucking 10-foot long cargo thing. And it's like you can actually place it sideways and on your hips and legs and stuff too, you know. It was ridiculous. So I think that most of them did it just for the laughs and the videos, because once it went fucking flying everywhere. Alright, let's see. So that's the most important thing, yeah. Alright. Carry in hands, place in backpack. And then you see here, some of these we can just carry in our hands. We got a blood bag, I think that's our heals, right? Connected empty blood bags automatically replaced by reserves. Restored. Yeah, restores his blood levels. Open up the door. And then we got a ladder. Don't really need a ladder, but sure, look. I am the ladder, bitch. Whip my dick out. Hang on. Tool rack. What do you call him? Tool rack. Tool whip. This one, carry in hand. And what happens is, right, see this here, it's kind of a little 3D printed thing. It like, you use it and it kind of bursts out of it. Pretty cool. Mazer handgun. Mazer Will Robinson. Amazing. And I remember like, yeah, handgun holster options. There's certain things as well. Tilde pouch. Ladder. It's on the tool rack. Attached to suit. Let's say where it is. Carry in hands. Place in backpack.
Return to the menu when everything looks good to go.
Looks good to me.
Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery.
That's what I was trying to do.
Return to the map.
I'll return to your
See
map
your
now.
destination?
Christ, man, this
There
is
are
some
bandits.
basic bitch stuff. It's fine.
Think about what route you might take from your current location.
Whichever one asks some ass whooping. They're drawing a route. I'm drawing a route. I'm going to draw your route now in a minute. Oh shit, look at that. That's cool.
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
When you plot a route on the map, you'll see what hazards you may run into along.
It's so
You can face
unnecessary.
these challenges head on. How you get to your destination is up to you.
This poor girl having to yap through all this stuff. Come on, Kojima, man, get someone else to do this stuff. Get all the money. Let's see here. Add marker, end route. Should I start the route here? End route? I probably have it backwards. You can have it backwards. Draw a route, move all markers, place marker. Skibbity toilet. Are we done? Can I leave now? Thank you. My God. I was locked in there for a second. Alright, little Lulu. I'm sorry. Be back soon.
Latest model Cupid,
Oh.
just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion.
But here's the
until
thing,
it
like,
was ready
who
to
put
go.
the tattoo on the child?
Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people
I will
into a
whoop
whole
their
new
fucking
world.
ass. That's disgusting. Same with these people, man. It's like a weird thing for traveling community over here. They get the babies' ears pierced, like literally when they're like 6 months old, 3 months old. I don't know whose ass to kick
It won't
first,
be any harder than
the
before.
mothers
either.
or the piercers.
The Chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that.
It looks
And
horrendous.
these
man.
expeditions split into two groups
Sorry.
midway. The first
Fuck with a
continued
baby
west,
need pierced
while
ears.
the second cut south into Mexico.
Okay.
But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork.
The whole world
Till
is
you
fucking
bring
useless
those
without it.
terminals
Okay, got it.
online with the Cupid, the network can't grow.
Look at these little things.
Hungry?
No.
You're gonna eat. You're gonna let Lou eat it? Oh my god.
No more baby food for you.
Oh, it's moved on to solids. What you hope, and it's not going to be, but you hope Kojima and Woodkid have come to some agreement for the life of the music's, copyright basically. You don't want. What happens with me is I'll play a lot of games with music, and they're like, "Oh, it's all good," it's like Cyberpunk and all them, and then out of nowhere, 6 months, year later, you just start getting brand new, fresh copyright strikes because the fucking license agreement of the music is up.
Now who wants
Sometimes you just reserve yourself to losing those things. Like when it comes to GTA games, I'm like, it's fine. In those cases, it pays to be a smaller streamer. But I feel bad for all these hired editors have to try and get rid of the music and stuff. The big streamers. I've seen people that have like a lolcow or a streamer playing this game, and then everybody who restreams and basically steals content. They then he immediately puts it down. What the hell, bro? It's because I let go of it. Okay. Replace. Let's see. How did you end up using this? Was it like this button here with my gun? Weapons tools use this button. Yeah. Use R1. Cycle through options. Yeah. Let's do it. Equip it. Boom! And just burst it out of it. Nice!
Been
It's
lost
so
if I
sick.
held a gun.
Probably is. Alright. Standard mid-range. Cool. A bit slow. Multi-purpose. Improved as a result of his experience. Weapon use is restricted. Reached marker A3. Alright, off we go. Let's go. The jump, what did that do? Like noise of the feet. God, that rain ended quick. I get the rain is just in his place. Nice. We got a little punch action, good. Yeah. We got here. Aura deck, cargo scanner. Order deck. Pieces of cargo. Others are picked up. Or dropped. I remember that stuff was fun. Off we go. To me, is the camera like really close? It wasn't close a minute ago. What we got here? We didn't have to pick up too many things here. Seaweed or something? Oh, Cairo crystals. I couldn't pick that up on the mountain. I bet you that was something. Also, like, supposed to be pre-order stuff. When did that kick in, I wonder? Off we go. Is that as fast as he's gonna be? Aim, put away. Okay, making a bit faster. Unequipped. Now it's time for the crazy little legs he's got going on. Oh, crazy legs. I'm going into this bandit place and I'm going to start kicking ass. Won't you got me? Look at this place. In fair vehicle. Grip for balance, like. That was the problem with that system. Sometimes it made perfect sense, and other times, baby back bitch said. I remember falling down some places. Forever. What's this one? Long life meals. Carry on back. 120 is the max we have right now. Lost cargo. One light received. Yeah, it was a different time, 2019. Huh? Different time. Now all that stuff is de la cringe, but he's kept it in, weirdly enough. Okay, where was this bandit camp? Try to put headache pills. Try to put it near with a marker so that we could hit it up. See how it goes. Yeah, I might have to change the sensitivity. Slow as a wet week. Off we go. Jolly good. Wait, that said pick up something. Was it more crystals? Times have changed. People, a lot of mothers, they carry a good fucking amount of poundage. And now it's like, is that the bandit camp, you think? Let's see. Nope. Are we? Oh yeah, it's the ring menu now, is it? No, that did that. Why me? What? The fieldwear menu. Switched out quickly. Select the category. Okay. What? Ludin's mask. Transporter boots. This might be some of the pre-order stuff. We're on head. What else have we got here? How do we do the ring menu? Oh, it just does it. Okay. There it is there. Yeah, we're getting closer. That was the bandit camp. Okay, cool. Let's get down there. Let's do it. Let's get spiffy. Now we have no loot with us. So this mission is going to be like a test bed, you know. So it definitely said like toggle sprint. I honestly think that might be his sprint. Okay, it's already trying to tell us something here. Hold on. It's the bandit camp. Oh shit. Jesus. Damn. Big old stun rods. Looks like he looks straight at us. Problem with this stuff is they have so many cool gear and everything on them, but you'd know where for it. Not until you got like the bike and stuff, marking, compass mode.
We're in enemy territory now.
We're in the end game now. It's Avenger style end game. Got Avenger style booty chicks. Alright. How do you get out of... Oh, it's shoulder change. How do we get out of crouch? Mommy's crouching, I don't want to. Remember we were so like obsessed with all these games, were obsessed with binoculars and stuff. Glad we quickly did away with that. R2. What's the marker? Adjusting your posture. It's R1 to do that. What a weird button. R1 to crouch, boys and girls. Swear to God. If it was anyone but Kojima, they'd be screaming about it. Alright, can we do stealth kills? Actually makes it harder for enemies to detect you. This makes it harder for them to detect you. Doesn't mean they're not going to detect me. Alright, come on. Get some stealth going. R1 behind the enemy to bind them. Bind with strand. Oh yeah. The choke out. Hold your breath. Render his. So holding your breath renders your footsteps silent. If you say so. Those were the days. Okay, what's this mean? We can't pick this up. Carry on back. What's this other symbol here? Oh. Carry on back. I don't really want that. What's this other symbol? Just that he's dazed, maybe? Climb. Okay. Okay. Can't see a fucking thing. What's that? New cargo destination. Just a marker. There's definitely a few guys over here, wasn't there? Hold your breath, bitch! I don't know what your breath has got to do with your footprints. But there you go. It's so funny. Yeah, I definitely tagged a few, right? Enemy spotted you. But I tagged this guy earlier and it didn't do anything. Let me see something out of place. Ah, fuck. I love stealth. Here, I'll show you some stealth. Hey, where's my gun? Oh, he fucking unequipped it, didn't he? He fucking unequipped it. Alright, let's go, boy. Oh, shit. Yeah, it still feels like a 3D printed gun. Like, flip, flip, flip. Alright, give me back my headache pills, you bastard. Alright, care, but that's probably. I swear I tagged a few of them over in electric rod. I want that. See, are they coming? No, don't climb up there. I had to come. Oh, fuck. It's a bit too late for that. I'm still trying to figure out these busted ass controls. What the fuck? Can you see me from there? Let's see, what's this? Electric rod? Yeah, that's the thing you drop. Oh, fuck. Whoa. What's that yellow thing mean? Why is he climbing up there? Even the AI don't know what to do. Decim on my ass. Are we good? Jesus, what's that noise? Bandit boots. Carry on back. Keeping balance. Now I want to wear some of that stuff. Nah, stop bringing that shit up. Dude, he's gonna keep giving the thing a like, a thumbs up. Mate, how's it going? Hello, on mobile outside because it's only placed at bearable temperatures right now. Jesus, must be rough. Look after yourself, dude. Let's see. In progress. Orders. No. Some stats. Corpse. Where do you put stuff? Where do you equip things? 7 stats. Yes. Carrying capacity, endurance, KO, resistance. That could be something new. Sounds familiar. Resisting enemy blows and electric shocks. Lung capacity. Strand skills. Alright, getting good mastery. Okay. Where do you equip things though? Corpse system, cargo. Maybe if I go into cargo and use it. There we go. Confirm. Confirm what? Transporter boots, contents, damage, container damage, contents, equipped. Attach on boot clip, put on footwear. There you go, heavily loaded. Change anything? No. Offload. That's good. Okay. So rifle. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Ammo be a bit scarce. That's why I'm trying to go get some headshots. Approaching cargo weight limit. You sure? Climbing anchor. We lost, but yeah, they kind of snuck up on us a bit there. What else? Did they drop out notes? This is what I was saying about this. It kind of just shoves everything on. Oh, fuck me. Shoves everything on your back. But that's not what you want to do at all. Alright, so what was it? The electric. This one should be. Touch the suit. Carry in hands. Hang on, tool rack. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to pull that stuff out quicker. That was a disaster. Right, that's the ladder, still chill on there. Headache pills. So what did they do? Container damage. Lost cargo. Okay, I don't think I can use lost cargo. You want to like deliver it to someone else. So someone else died there, you know. Auto arrange. See, will that help? Don't know if it did it? Tool rack. Apparently I'm heavy loaded. I'll show you some. Alright, yeah, where's the tool rack? Is this the tool rack? Weapons, tools. Automatic rifle. Yeah. Just need like a quicker way of getting into these things. Anti-mech, anti-human range, ammo. Melee weapon extends when swung. Several electric shocks can stun enemies. Used as a block melee attack or thrown like a spear. Administer electric shock distant targets. Note, however, once thrown, it cannot be recovered. Oh, that's pretty stereotypical. Close range, mid range. Alright. We learn. Get back into this canteen. Trickiness restores the stamina. Can be refilled. Timefall. Where is my stamina? There, okay. What do you, if that's for checking him, is that check? Okay. Water consumed. Okay, I think we killed all those guys. Look at this thing, it's like been in the eye of a hurricane. Oh fuck, man, there's a massive like dust storm coming in. Shit, what's this thing over here? Mule. Hold to hack. Hack to unlock. We drop off some of the stuff here. You're a mule. Oh, someone else's stuff. Sports belt, blood bag, mule. Another gun. Bandit boots, blood bag. Mule post box. What happens with the mules anyway? Anything cool in there? Sports belt, I guess. What does that do? Lost cargo. Belt designed those a little out of shape. Applying extra resistance users' movement. Ensures that they spice exercise to performing daily activities. Yeah, it's like a resistance belt. I don't know why you'd need that. I thought I could drop stuff off there. I thought that's what the, I'm trying to remember, is that what the lost cargo's for? This thing's gonna hit us now in a second. Shot rifle. Okay. I think we're going into that storm, yeah. Alright, off we go. Nice. Hey Yuki, how's it going? Hello. Just woke up, wanted to take a nap afterwards, turned to almost 5 hours sleep. Ah, it's all good. If you need it, sometimes you gotta let the body do what it wants. Wolf blessing, thank you. How boring standing game? Still boring mind games? Ah, no, it's okay so far. Just getting into it, doing a little thing. Stamina increase, cargo rate. Take more of it. But toil. First game dropped after 4 hours. Damn! I had a similar issue, and then I broke the game on purpose. So basically, I found out that the if you just say fuck the stealth and all that stuff, and you get caught on purpose, it will reveal these giant monsters that come after you, these BTs, and they're just incredible fights. You're not really meant to win, but they're incredible fights. So much fun with those. So once I, God, this guy still fucking drunk, man. As soon as I figured that out, it changed the entire game for me. Honestly, made it quite playable. Strong tailwind will speed you up. That's cool. Also drain your stamina. What's new? Alright, this is like fucking Terminator. guy trips at the slightest thing. Nothing's changed. Jade! It seems to be about 11... Oh, here we go. It seems to be 11 months from the end of the last game. It's kind of wild, like, you know, without getting overly spoilery, as far as I know of the game. For a long while. The recap did not do anything for it. But it's basically the whole Death Stranding thing. It's kind of the concept of people who died with a post-apocalyptic kind of world, you know, have not fully died. And Limbo and the Afterlife is trying to blend and bleed into the real world. And these BTs, these creepy monsters, are sort of people's lost souls. Very angry, very unfinished business. And by connecting this world, it's kind of making this side a little bit stronger. Like two different dimensions trying to kill each other. And then some of my theories, I don't think they're ever going to properly tell us, but I'm still convinced that the little baby is heavily connected to like the other side. I think the concept of the tiny babies and older people, they're both very close to the other side just because of the nature of your soul and all that, you know. They can kind of communicate. And then on the beach part, I think the beach itself represents Limbo, or the place between. Sorry, yeah, didn't explain it very well. The recap didn't help either, but at the very end of the first game, it's about a 3-hour long cutscene with minimal gameplay. You kind of have this sort of end-of-world conversation with Amelie, and she's sort of like a goddess. Last gen security camera. Okay. Why, I guess? Maybe we'll have something for that. Okay, it's very hard to tell where we're going here. Getting closer though. Let's see, can we go in here? I want to get stuck on a mountain or something. I can't say shit. Hope this passes over. So yeah, once you kind of gave into that and started fighting those monsters and stuff, the game just became awesome. The boss fights are also great too. You'll see, this one seems a bit more combat heavy. I can't be doing with the Amazon delivery shit. A lot of people love that stuff, you know. They're building bridges and zip lines and cars and roads. And it's fine, you know. To me, that's kind of simulator behavior, bridge constructor stuff, and that's fine, you know. It's cool that it's there, you know. I've played many games where I just don't interfere. I don't interact with a lot of systems. Like Elden Ring, I don't use the crafting, and I don't use the cooking, and Legend of Zelda, and I know it might seem crazy. I just don't care that much. Each their own. The beauty of that is to have those optional things without destroying the player. Alright, this might seem like just normal water, but old Sam here, he's like a fucking helpless fat lady in water. He just gets carried away immediately. So we're going to start here, going across here. He's going to get swept away, even though the current is gentle. What happens is he'll start rolling down the river. This one seems not too deep. Normally he'll start rolling down the river, and you can kind of correct course. If you don't bang into things, you can sort of sail, a sort of a sailing thing, you know. You sail across. But yeah, I've lost a lot of shit that way. Yeah, it already seems a good chunk better than the first game, just in terms of what they're allowing and not. But yeah, there's a lot of that balance in shite too. But yeah, this one is Mexico right now. Oh, there we go. There's one of the old classic porter places. Probably where we're going, is it? No. Oh, it is. Yeah, I was thinking. Alright, well, we pretty much made it. This is our first mission. We don't have the baby with us. At the end of the last game, spoilers of course if you're watching this, he takes Lou, as he names it, takes the baby out of the BB unit, and you know, instead of dying and doing something that's a bit dangerous, there's kind of has a connection with him. So he's raising it like a normal child now. But the nervous thing about this game for me is it necessary, you know? Oh, look at the picture. Oh. So is it necessary? Like, when you look back at The Last of Us, the more time goes on, the more your brain tells you that we didn't need a sequel. You know, and I worry about this game too. But yeah, so I think this one's meant to take place mainly in Australia, but we'll see. Yeah, I could be wrong on that. Right now it's Mexico, but I had heard Australia. The idea is there's still like oceans and water, but for the most part, the world is just dried up. So they talked a good bit. They're probably going to make a big deal about it in the game, but talked about these void outs. So when you fight, or when a human is taken over by a BT, basically it's almost like a dimensional explosion happens called a void out and creates a giant crater. They're trying to inhabit our bodies. That's what those ghosts with the umbilical cords are like. The umbilical cord is meant to represent our connection to life, you know.